Question number 5, Marama Davidson.
Mr Speaker, to the Prime Minister, which of her government's achievements for our kids and our environment, if any, will she be reflecting on this Christmas?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr Speaker, well, obviously there are a number of which I feel particularly proud, but having just passed the child poverty reduction bill in the House yesterday with the support, I acknowledge, of the Green Party, that will be something that I reflect on with some pride. Equally in the environmental space, the work that's been done on waste reduction in particular, and I acknowledge the Honourable Eugenie Sage, as well as something that I think will be viewed with pride not only of this government but by all New Zealanders.
What work does she think will make the biggest difference for our kids and their families?
Mr Speaker, as I reflected on in my first question, undoubtedly the $5.5 billion package that came into force in July, which brings in the winter energy payment, to which over 700,000 families, including those on government support, benefit from. That includes, obviously, families with children, and as well the families package, which is on average $75 a week for over 380,000 families. And I know that because I get letters, and I've had a couple that really stand out. One where a mother said to me, I can afford now to buy my kids blankets and socks and turn on the heater. Another that said, my child, now I've been able to get, with that little bit extra, be able to give them music lessons. You know, that makes a big difference in people's lives.
How important is tackling waste to this government?
Mr Speaker, incredibly important. The confidence and supply agreement obviously elevated that. Our agreement with the Green Party acknowledged that we needed to be doing more, we needed to set targets for ourselves. I want to acknowledge that of all the things that have been done, the act to remove the use of single-use plastic bags in New Zealand has had a profound impact. That one simple act is the biggest thing that I've had contact from young New Zealanders over, and I thank again the Green Party and the Minister Eugenie Sage for her work in making that a reality.
What has this government done to protect nature and preserve what makes Aotearoa so special?
I think probably undoubtedly the significant increase in funding for conservation. So an additional $181 million in operational funding for conservation over the next 4 years. That will have a profound effect in preserving New Zealand's environment, but also making sure that we are guardians on behalf of those species who are particularly at risk. I also want to acknowledge the work that's been done on climate change by James Shaw, the announcement and launch of the $100 million Green Investment Fund, the ongoing work around predator-free. The list is long, but all things I think this government should feel proud of, and that the Green Party should too.
Question number 6, the Honourable Nikki Kay.
Mr Speaker, question to the Minister of Education.